Welcome back, friends, with more RWBY Ice Queendom. This is episode 4, and it's titled Ice Queendom, so it feels like we're finally getting more into the story that they want to tell. We worked through a lot of the early story beats in the first 3 episodes, but now the Dream-Eating Grimm are all up in Weiss's business. Hopefully somebody notices soon, or they do a sweep of all the kids who were in the forest, so that Cheyenne Ziden, or however you pronounce that, can help them deal with it. The pacing has been a little weird the first 3 episodes since they want to get to their own part of the story, but what I've always been here for is the relationship between the characters. As long as that doesn't get butchered, I'm probably going to enjoy this show, though they better still give us Bumblebee. Okay, full reaction is going to be on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, really helps with the channel, and let's get started. Whoa. I was like, did I mute this by accident? That's purple. The purple makes me think it's already Cheyenne Ziden's magic. Did we just skip to being inside Weiss? Not like that, but... Aw. Cute little outfit. Oh, I thought that was a snowboard. It's a snowboard and a scythe. Oh, that's very cute. That's adorable. This is really fascinating. Big huge train. And the White Fang are taking over. It's the source of her trauma. This kind of feels like Stranger Things with Vecna replaying trauma in your head. Listen, they know what they're talking about. Set markers. They sent RWBY in there alone, though? Again? Oh. It's different this time around. What is this? Is it like fast travel? You can, wherever you pop open a door, you can go back? This little outfit of RWBY's is so cute. This feels much more complicated than Jean's thing. Strap them in too! Blake and Yang want to help. Oh shit. As a snowboarder? Ah, this is all really, really fascinating. Aww. The Grimm has a stronger grip because she has more aura than Jean. Aww. RWBY does reconnaissance first. Look at her reassuring Blake. That's pretty cool. It is fast travel. Jacques. Big Nicholas. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Backwards? Weiss! Weiss! It's backwards! A lot of uses with those coins. That's freaking hilarious. That's so unbelievably funny. Nice. Oh shit. Let people in, Weiss. Bung. It really is like a video game. Soulless. And I'm sure you don't exploit your workers, do you? Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah, that is the case. What is this little bat thing? What the heck? Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! Oh shit! Yikes. There's no... Oh my god. It's John! Aw, Nora and Ren too. Come on, Weiss. She has such a low opinion of people. Man. We're gonna really dig into the roots of her prejudice here. Oh shit. Was that... Oh wow. Wow. She is a princess. She sees herself as a general. Her mom. Oh my god. That's Whitley? Oh my god. That's Whitley! Baka-san. Oh man. Fuck off, Jacques. She has to break free of this programming. People are just shadows to her? This is a really beautiful analogy, actually. Oh shit. Oh. Weiss. You're gonna have to melt her heart before you can kill this Grimm. Oh wow. Her sister is by the book. Track down in a couple seconds. Yang, Blake, what? That's it? Oh no. Awaken in a dream. Okay, I don't know how popular an opinion this is going to be, but I like this story quite a lot. It's obviously completely different from the original, but it actually dives deeper into some themes and plot points I wish were expanded upon during the original run. We definitely see more of where Weiss's prejudice comes from, and we'll get to see more of that being torn down. And it just adds so much depth to Weiss's character growth. I think General Weiss that we see is a part of Weiss that has been with her for the longest time. So even if she is softening to Ruby and Blake, all the messaging that she's gotten throughout her life is telling her otherwise. And so, yeah, she needs to work through that. And this is a beautiful way of doing that. Love the fact that Whitley is a little freaking bat. It's adorable. And Jacques is this super imposing being from on high because he set himself up as this domineering presence in her life. And it's a miracle that she was able to break free and go to Beacon in the first place, but that is largely to do with her sister. And yeah, speaking of her sister, she's a book in this reality. We do see that she is very by the book for a very long time, but also it's how Weiss sees her own sister. She's not around all the time, so she doesn't interact with her directly, but Opening the book is like looking through her past interactions she's had with her sister, and it's rigid, it's unchanging. Even though Winter likely isn't the same person that Weiss remembers anymore, she's this is the idea that she has of her. I really like Cheyenne Zayden's inclusion simply because it allows for different types of storytelling with our beloved characters, but we don't actually know too much about them as a character. Like, their abilities are really, really fascinating, but I would love to know more about their backstory. Love the little tokens being used to create magical devices inside Weiss's mind. Ruby blew through so many of them so fast, though. She only has one left. But yeah, this was a heck of a trip. I think only Ruby going in at first does work on an emotional level, and it definitely adds tension, but I don't fully understand why Yang and Blake are on the outside yet either, though it was nice to see Yang reassure Blake. I love those two so much together. But Weiss, the way her mind works is kind of hilarious. All these different clients are great, but she's created this fortress of solitude to isolate her so that she can focus on the most important thing, which was taking down the White Fang that she thinks wrecked her life in so many ways. And the people who live in her queendom, most of them are shadows because she tunes them out, including her own mother. She doesn't want to witness the alcoholism and the pain. She can't handle it. But there's a difference between that and the people she locked up, the sillies, and these are people who she has to interact with, but she doesn't want distracting her from her end goal. And I understand why Jean is considered a silly, maybe even Nora a little bit. Like, Jean is a big goof and Nora is very Nora, but Ren doesn't strike me as somebody who's a silly. But, like, he's always so serious all the time, but I guess she grouped them all together. No Pyrrha in there, obviously, because she looks up to her so much. And it's interesting that Ruby can clearly see that the workers there are being exploited, but that means that Weiss knows that they are too. She sees them as corporeal beings inside her mind and not shadows, and so I think she sees them and the pain they go through, but sees it as a necessary evil to help fight against the Faunus. And even if her viewpoints are starting to change, even if she accepts Blake as an individual instead of as one of those people in the White Fang, there's years, almost 2 decades of having it beat into her that they're the enemy and that she doesn't need anyone else. And so, yeah, she thinks that her role should be in service of the Schnees and to Great Nicholas. So it all makes sense. The world building and the ideas of this new story are really fascinating to me, though. The analogy of thinking that Weiss's dream is a river, I thought that was really cool. Like, Ruby is being caught up in the river and being thrashed about, so she thinks Weiss hates her, but it's not that. A river just flows. It has no agenda. It has no emotions. In fact, in this analogy, I would argue that Weiss is probably caught up in the current of the river itself. Herself, rather. And it's up to her friends to show her what it means to have real friends, because she's never really had them before. She's had her sister who she idolized, and we can see why she wanted those bunk beds so much. She wanted to be with her sister. And the Queendom is meant to keep out those who are not Schnees, but when she starts to accept Ruby, Yang, and Blake as sisters, when they're able to melt her heart, the Queendom will welcome them, and it'll take on a new shape, and I think that will be very beautiful to watch. Weiss is just, she gets to grow up a little bit, grow out of some bigotry, and also learn to let some people in, and that's going to be very, very exciting to see. Anyway, guys, this was so much fun. Full reaction is going to be on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week with more. Bye, friends.